Hey book nerds, it's Katie here, back with another video, and today I am doing a book tag. Very quickly though, I just want to do like a quick little just personal thank you something, just a quick. Basically, I did not realise that my Bookstagram account turned 1 in July. I don't know why I thought I'd had it longer, and it just kind of got me thinking where I think I'm going to go with this, because obviously I had stopped doing BookTube before, and yeah, it just kind of made me think about where it would go, because you know there are so many amazing booktubers out there, and the chance of me getting any form of even a decent small following of just regular people who watch is probably very, very slim. Basically, I got a message on Instagram, wait, was it my personal or my Bookstagram? Definitely Bookstagram, from Katie Wilson 1, and basically I keep saying basically, I'm so sorry. At 5:30 in the morning, this message very much made my day. I really hope you enjoy Cassandra Clare's work, and I hope to see a review on your channel in the future. By the way, thanks to you, I picked up Rebel of the Sands, and I must have read the series in 2 weeks, thank you. When you get like comments and stuff, or like for me, like not for everyone, you know, when you get comments and stuff on your photos, a lot of them are generic and they say, you know, great feed and love this. But it's one, and don't get me wrong, like I love those, like you feel really good and happy, but it's like the ones when people are commenting to actually engage, they're the ones I love, because that's what I love about Bookstagram and BookTube. And so when she sent me that message, I was just like, oh my god, this is really lovely, and we had like a little chit chat, and it's reminding me, like last week I had some of you commenting saying, you know, hope you enjoy yoga and stuff, and it makes you wonder how far into videos do people watch, because I mentioned the yoga thing like right at the very end. I even had someone commenting saying, you know, what are you doing up at 4 a.m. in the morning? It's just really nice, and it just makes me feel like all I'm doing is worth it. Kinda. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, I just wanted to just say a big thank you and I love you. Soppy mush time over, let's get to the questions. Today I am doing the guilty reader tag. Question 1, have you ever re-gifted a book you've been given? I don't think I've ever re-gifted, but I have given books to charity shops. I remember I got given a book by one of my ex's mums that was just, oh, it was like some awful, like, Christmassy, romantic-y. It's a type of thing that would be a Lifetime film. It was just, I literally was just like, I can't do this. So no, I haven't actually like re-gifted to a person, but yeah, I have given them straight to charity without reading them. Question 2. Have you ever said you've read a book when you haven't? I think I'm quite good with this. I haven't. I'm not ashamed to say, you know, I haven't read The Hunger Games, I haven't read Sarah J Maas. It's just something I've not gotten to yet, and I have my own reasons. So no, I mean, I'm happy for people still to like discuss with me, and like don't get me wrong, I'm so still happy to participate in that. But yeah, I would never be like, oh yeah, I've so read this, and I'm like, oh. I would rather, and for me it's not even embarrassing to say I haven't read it, but I don't really want the embarrassment of them trying to engage in a conversation with me, and I'm like, Question 3. Have you ever borrowed a book and not returned it? No. Oh my god, if someone did that to me, I would hunt them down and take them. Maybe with like a library book, possibly, but I mean, I'm talking like when I'm like a kid, like so young, and that sort of thing like doesn't really occur to you. But no, I have never knowingly borrowed a book and not given them back. The only books I own that aren't mine is because the person then told me to keep them, even though I give them back the first one, and that at all is not annoying. Question 4. Have you ever read a series out of order? Who are these freaks who do this? Like, I don't get people who are like, oh, I didn't bother with the first one, or I got like partway through the second and just didn't bother, and then I picked up the third one. Who are you? How can you do this? What is wrong with you? I don't understand people who can do that. Like, it makes no sense. Tell a lie though. I accidentally read a series out of order. It was way back when in my teens, and I'd gone to go stay with my dad, and I had read all of my books. Everything I'd read, like all 5 that I took with me, and I needed something for like the last 2 days I was there. And he was in the middle of reading Da Vinci Code, and I was like, well, this is mine now. And I just took it. And I didn't realise that Angels and Demons came first, and that is probably mostly due to the fact that the Da Vinci Code film came first, and then they made Angels and Demons. Why am I like stuttering? Question 5. Have you ever spoilt a book for someone? I am 99% sure I never have. I'm not 100%, but I'm like so, I know I get very passionate and excited, but I don't think I've ever done it. I feel like Alice is going to comment and like correct me going, you ruined this book for me, and I'm like, oops. I tell you what I did do once though, again, totally by accident. Ages ago I used to do film reviews on another channel. I did a review for Star Trek Into Darkness, and I'm pretty sure this was one of my spoiler-free reviews? knows? Or it could have been a spoiler one, who knows? So basically, whilst I was talking about it and reviewing it, I happened to say how Benedict Bandersnatch was playing Khan and how it was like a weird like big reveal in the film because they were like, oh my god, you're Khan. And I remember, and I think I may have said this in the actual like video itself, I remember being in the cinema, I went and saw it in IMAX actually, and the big reveal of it being Khan. And I say big reveal. The big reveal of it being Khan and everyone around me going, oh my god, it's Khan, oh my god, they're doing the Khan story, like, and I'm sat there going, yeah, it's Khan, like, yeah. I read somewhere, I could not tell you where I read it, but I read that Benedict Bandersnatch was playing Khan. So to me, this was not like a big like surprise. So when it was the big reveal that it was Khan and everyone was going, oh my god, I was like, yeah, he's playing Khan, like. And I remember, even when I read whatever article that I read that told me, I remember at the time lots of things were going around, you know, what storyline would they go with? Would they go down the Khan route? Would they pick something else? And I remember when I read it and they said that he was going to be playing Khan, I was like, well, yeah, obviously. Like, I don't know why in my head it just seemed like a logical conclusion. I don't know. So when I saw the film and it happened, I was like, geez, people, like, calm down, he's playing Khan. So yeah, I got lots of messages from people on YouTube going, you do realise that you just spoiled it for people who haven't seen it? And I was like, it's well known, isn't it? And everyone was like, no. So yeah, if any of you happen to be watching this video, I'm very sorry I ruined it. Question 6, have you ever dog-eared a book? I have like years ago. I don't do it now, like you do that to my books and you borrow them or I'll break your finger. No, I think I've done it in like really old books or books I borrowed from a library. Basically, when I was a child and I had no appreciation for books, I loved reading, but I had no appreciation that you don't do that. Question 7, have you ever told somebody that you don't own a book when you do? No. I have, again, like the whole thing, like I will happily say, well, I mean, I don't own Twilight anymore because when we moved, they were in the culling and that went. So no, I would like happily admit that I'd said, you know, I've read Twilight and I hated it, but you know, I have a thing that once I start a series, I will finish it. Like, especially if I've already bought them, then I will just do it regardless. This question kind of goes hand in hand. It's, have you ever told someone you haven't read a book when you have? And again, like the previous question before that, no, like, I don't even see the point. I guess I suppose this is maybe aimed at books like, you know, 50 Shades of Grey or Twilight, which are awful movies, because I think I'd rather just say it and then be like, I know it was awful. Question 9, have you ever skipped a chapter or section? Again, who are these people who can just skip chapters? No, when I'm sort of struggling to read a book, or I'm not really getting on with it, or I'm just finding, I remember I had this with a picture of Dorian Gray. It's very descriptive, it's very wordy, and I skim read a lot of it because it was just describing stuff that was in his house and not actually anything happening. So I was skim reading stuff, but the only time I've ever skipped a chapter, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the first time round, I was reading it, the film came out, I saw the film, got traumatised by the forest and the spiders, and I was like, nah mate, stopped reading it. I think I read to like the last chapter. I mean, I saw the film, I knew what happened. However, the second time round, I read like the whole horrifying part. Same goes for, I've just finished Lord of the Rings, the second one, The Two Towers. Ugh. That second to last wonderful chapter is all about the lovely spider, and there is some great unnecessary detail about that whole situation. So if I do ever pick those books up, I will be skipping that chapter. I do not need a reminder of that, of all of that. I remember it, I know what happens, it is horribly ingrained in my brain. And the final question, have you ever badmouthed a book you actually like? No. I just don't see the point. I would rather argue my point of why I think it's good than just be like, yes, I know it's trash, but you know, if I don't like a book, I'm gonna say it, and if I like a book, I'm gonna say it. I might be like, I know I shouldn't. It's like those awful films that you love. You know you shouldn't like them. It's like that film Con Air. It is awful, but it is actually amazing. Like, I cannot even, like, it's just the best. It's terrible. It is terrible, but it's also amazing. So I realise I'm not that much of a guilty reader, but that doesn't surprise me, like, in the slightest. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I'm really worried this video was longer than I wanted it to be, but I really just wanted to get in that quick thank you and I love you, and just so you know that I'm really appreciative of those of you who view and who comment and who like. It just feels amazing, not just on BookTube but on Bookstagram, and it does just make me think, you know what, I should keep doing it on those days when I think maybe I just shouldn't bother, and you know, I just think, oh, maybe there is just like no point. So I just, yeah, thank you so much. Make sure you comment below with some of your own answers, who like lies about books or skips things, and yeah, just like comment comment below. I love to know, I love to hear from you. Goodness me, I need something to help me stay awake right now, especially as I now have to go yoga. God, my back's like really sore. I did like the rowing machine yesterday and I forgot how difficult it is when you finish and you suddenly stop and you're like, ooh. And then you have to pretend that you're totally fine because there's lots of manly men pumping iron behind you and you're like, yeah, back's totally cool. That is me in the gym, just casually dying. Comment below, I want to hear from you guys as always. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you are new, then hello and welcome. Subscribe and join this crazy train, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!